everyone, this is David J. CPA. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Today I want to go over how can we prepare financially for a job loss situation. In case this happens to us, are we financially prepared to handle it? If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit notifications, and hit all. That way you can stay up to date on every video that gets uploaded to this channel, and to get you one step closer to becoming financially free. So let's get into this today. In the event in our life that we have a job loss, or if we are furloughed, something like this happens in our lives, not a very pleasant experience. I know there were hundreds of thousands of people that have lost their jobs due to the pandemic that is still going on, but that was rampant in 2020 last year. This happened to a lot of people. A lot of people were not financially prepared for this to happen. So how can we avoid this going forward into the future? I kind of have a theme with my channel here. How can we change the next generation? How can we change the future to have more of a financial freedom tone to it and being more financially prepared? I'm going to use the whiteboard again this evening. I really like using it. It's starting to become a theme of mine. It's just good to have a visual representation of what I'm talking about here. So I jotted down 5 good ideas for us to have if we are going to prepare for a job loss. Okay, number 1, we want to make sure that we're cutting unnecessary items out of our budget as soon as possible. If you have even the slightest unction that you are about to lose your job or that you are about to get laid off, you kind of know what's going on around you. We need to make sure that we are tweaking the budget as soon as possible, cutting those unnecessary expenses so we can have extra money to throw into our emergency fund to cover us during that job loss period. That leads us to item number 2, allocate as much extra cash to your emergency fund as you possibly can, because you want to make sure that you can cover a couple months maybe of expenses, maybe even up to a year if you can possibly manage that, of your necessary expenses while you are in the job hunt for your next position, for your next career move. Number 3 leads me to this one. Be sure you can cover your bills during unemployment. Like I just said, you want to make sure that you have ample amount of money in your emergency funds to cover your expenses for multiple months at a time, because we all know trying to find a new job is not a one-week experience. It could be if you get lucky, but most of the time it'll take a couple months usually. Now, during this unemployment phase that you might be on, a good idea, number 4, develop a profitable side hustle. There are many side hustles out there, thousands of them that you can do. I stated on one of my previous videos that I have a friend of mine who is an artist. She draws personalized sketches for different people, and she makes quite a lot of money doing that. I also have somebody I know who works for DoorDash. Her and I was speaking a few days ago, and she said on a good day she makes $60 in 3 hours. That's $20 an hour. So you need to figure out a way to develop some kind of profitable side hustle, whatever you're good at in life. If you're good at art, if you're good at tutoring, at babysitting, at driving a vehicle and delivering food to people, you can find some way to develop some type of side hustle to get you over this hump of unemployment for your next career move. Number 5, probably the most important one out of all of this: network, network, network. Build relationships. Find people in the industries that you are trying to get into. Develop friendships with people that will help you get to the next rung of the ladder in your career, in your endeavors. You must network, build relationships, crawl out of the hole, and get out from under the rock and network. Find friends, find somebody who can get you to that next position in your life. Find people who are smarter than you. Find people who are more professional than you. Find somebody who can take you under their wing and develop you as a person. Very important. Lastly, just as a side tip here, just as a bonus for you watching this all the way through, avoid beating yourself up. This happens. Being laid off on a job could happen, happens to a lot of people every day. Going in a different path in your career happens all the time. Understand that this is life. Do not beat yourself up. There are ways to prepare financially to get you over this hump. And if you want to get on a better path to financial freedom, I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I have a lot of great content. I have a lot of good content coming. And you just want to be able to get one step closer to that financial freedom mark, and this is the place to do that. So that's what I have for you this evening. Preparing for job loss. All understanding that there are ways to be financially prepared for these events in your life. So, like I always say, let's get out there and become financially free.